There's a video here called AAA developers are out of touch, which is a video I would like to give a look at here because a lot of people are definitely complaining lately about, I don't know, just microtransactions, the games being released weirdly, early access, beta, alpha, all that stuff. But let's see what the video is going to be about, guys, and we'll figure it out.
Let me tell you a story about this little game called BattleBit Remastered.
Oh, I heard about
now,
that game.
Glance, your first thought might be,
yeah,
that looks like Roblox.
But if you look at it a little bit closer, you might realize why this game is consistently in the top 10 on Steam charts, beating out the likes of Modern Warfare 2 Warzone and Destiny 2, and has sold almost 2 million copies in its first month. And would you believe me if I told you that this game was developed by only 3 people? Well, you best start believing in indie dev masterpieces.
That is insane. What?
One of the craziest...
So it's made by literally 3 people. Okansos, thank you for the tier 1, and Quevla, thank you for the 7's Prime. Damn, I never got to play this game. I played a whole lot of like Modern Warfare 2, Counter-Strike Source, and like shooter games back in the day, but I haven't really played a lot of shooter games lately, so I never really got into playing this here, but it's just like a little, like a, I would say scuffed, but like, you know, like a smaller version of like Modern Warfare. Like it looks kind of like, it almost looks like a Roblox like mod or something, yeah. Big companies suck now. I think a big reason for that is because like the smaller game developers have like a real big passion for it, right? They have like a passion for a certain aspect of a gaming, of gaming, and they just really put all their effort and everything into making a game that they would like to play themselves. Whereas maybe a lot of big corporations, it's about the money, right?
Things about BattleBit's success is that it's not a hugely innovative game.
Yeah.
It takes much obvious inspiration from the old Battlefield entries
for sure,
and other shooters like Squad. Places that concept inside a world with Roblox graphics and charges $15 on Steam. No strings attached. BattleBit is filling a void in the market where the franchise that inspired it has
actually looks
gone
kind of
down
cool
a very confusing path of alienating its core fan base. Over the last several years, EA and DICE have continued to miss the mark in so many fundamental ways for the Battlefield franchise, just not understanding what players loved about the games in the first place. And BattleBit proves that those players are still out there looking for an experience that will replicate 100% the team battle gameplay of those older titles. Somehow these 3 developers have managed to create a game that addresses all the feedback that fans of Battlefield have been asking for.
BattleBit is the Battlefield game we deserved. BattleBit is the Battlefield game we deserved. It's a game fans deserve. I don't know. It's so cool to see though. Like whenever like something blows up like this from a small little like an indie developer. Same thing with Vampire Survivors. That thing literally changed so many spheres of gaming. Just in general with like that style of like roguelike in a way. Afterwards there was like a bunch of different games as well that came out with the same similar vibe. There was the Soulstone Survivors which we played as well, which was amazing as well, and also the game called Halls of Torment, right? Like just those small little games made by a few people, you can just feel the passion, right?
Destructible environments, a detailed server browser, a functioning scoreboard with all the stats you'd be interested in, map and game mode voting, with the inclusion of voting for day or night options, a competent class system that synergizes very well with each other, lengthy progression systems to work towards unlocking new equipment and weapon upgrades, and cosmetics earned through various milestones.
It actually looks kind of dope.
Gameplay. Oh, and no battle passes or microtransactions.
Oh my god, a game that releases that just is like you get what you pay for. You buy the game and that's it. You don't have to purchase anything else. There's no like DLC, there's no anything. You just get the game. Oh my god, it is so rare these days that you just get a game where you buy it and you get everything within it.
Might this list be the reason BattleBit has so many more players than all the Battlefield titles combined right now?
Yeah. 3 guys beat Battlefield.
These developers went ahead and made the Battlefield game they've always wanted.
Oh no!
And took great ideas from other similar shooters like proximity chat, bandaging your own wounds to prevent bleedouts, and building cover or smashing through walls.
That's actually kind of cool.
When developers make games they would want to play themselves.
That's the point.
Is the result. So why does this prove that AAA developers are out of touch? Well, my good friend Justin Truman has something he wanted to tell you all.
Hi, Justin.
We make games we want to play.
That's the point.
Hell yeah, Justin, that's good stuff.
Because we took down that motto a little while after D2 launch.
Oh, what? Where are you going with?
I feel like, isn't that the point though? You make a game that you yourself would want to play, so you try your best to make it as fun as possible for yourself, and then hopefully you can attract other people that enjoy that same similar vibe, right?
This.
Guys, he's not my brother just because he's bald. Like, what the... Guys...
We make games we want to
Christ.
play. It sounds a little too much like it's just like gatekeeping for bald middle-aged white guys like me.
Hey!
Oh, fuck off, you big lamb.
Have you ever heard a more out-of-touch statement? But this doesn't come as much of a shock because most AAA studios have proven time and time again that they don't make games they want to play. They make games that will lock you into spending hundreds, if not thousands.
Get people addicted to the gamba, the microtransactions, and get people hooked on it, right? That's why those battle passes exist. That's why like MTX exists as well. Is to get people addicted to it. Yeah.
Thousands on in-game purchases, and sink hundreds, if not thousands of hours of your life inside them.
Deform.
Now, it wasn't always this way. Developers used to really care about the games they were creating. And so
I never got to play this Bioshock. I played, I think, the first Bioshock, but I never played this one.
And some might say this is only a leadership or publisher issue, and the game developers working at these studios are being forced to make the game the way leadership wants. And that's absolutely true to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Because it seems that maybe some developers at these larger studios are actually making games they do want to play. But ironically, it's not games that gamers want to play. For example, when Elden Ring came out, there were some notable developers from both Ubisoft and Guerrilla Games that criticized Elden Ring for not being user-friendly enough.
Dude, but it doesn't have to be, because that's what the game is about. Like, I loved Elden Ring, man. Like, this kind of game, I love it.
Not being user-friendly
Collateral, thank you for the
enough.
4 months.
Criticizing the game's design at every single level, from the UX and the quest design to the level design and the lack of an easy mode.
God.
Essentially criticizing Elden Ring for not adhering to the generic cookie-cutter design found in every other open-world Ubisoft game. But what these developers don't realize is Elden Ring's success is due to the fact that it did not follow the AAA gaming trends of other major publishers. It has a very old school design that doesn't hold players' hands every step of the way.
There's nothing wrong with old school games, okay? There is nothing wrong with old school games. I just think that it doesn't try to be something that it ain't. It's just like a raw version of what the game is, and that's good because it appeals to the people that like these kind of games, right?
It's forcing the player to think and figure things out on their own. I know, what a concept. Because this is apparently how...
Look at this. This would be horrible if there was like a message of the day, there was like a quest. Imagine like Elden Ring or Dark Souls with like a quest tracker or like some sort of like a place to go to or a map. You could open a map and you could see it. The Elden Shop. Like, it would ruin the entire purpose of what made the game what it is, right?
Elden Ring should look, according to these developers. And what's funny about this picture is that despite it being an obvious meme, it's not far off from reality. Plenty of modern games look exactly like this. Now, Elden Ring is not a perfect game. There are plenty things to criticize, but not adhering to modern gaming standards isn't one of them.
Don't think you can make a perfect game, though.
Studios put out awful takes like this.
The only perfect game there is probably is classic WoW, let's be honest.
Maybe you'll understand why I don't put all game developers on a pedestal like they're infallible, perfect beings. Because a lot of the developers are clearly out of touch with what gamers want. Elden Ring sold more copies than Ubisoft can even fathom.
20 million.
And these devs don't understand why. They don't get it. And on the flip side, some developers are absolutely being held back from creating a game that gamers would love, all the while dealing with constant incompetence that surrounds them.
It must be very
the
frustrating.
management and publishers above them.
This game, man. Fuck this game, dude. Listen, I played this in VR. This was messed up, okay? I played this in VR, dude, and it was not fun.
And for those developers, I absolutely sympathize with and hope...
It is not... What do you mean it's not that scary, bro, man? That corridor gave me, like, nightmares, man. I swear to God.
To hell find a way to break out and deliver gamers an experience they made driven by passion. Because the success of games like BattleBit prove that gamers who reject modern gaming trends are still a very large and substantial market to appeal to. Now let's pick on Ubisoft a little bit more here for a second. A publisher that encompasses the 80s low-budget horror movie trope of the game industry, meaning that every sequel they put out is somehow worse than the original. A company that never learns the most important lesson from one of their own characters.
Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?
I actually never played this game. I think I know what game it is, but I never played it.
And then I started seeing it everywhere I looked. Everywhere I looked, all these fucking
It was
tricks.
great.
Everywhere I looked. doing
Far
the
Cry,
exact
exactly, yes.
same fucking thing. Over and over and over and over and over again. Thinking, this time.
Isn't this the guy from Breaking Bad? It looks like that actor. It is? Okay, yeah, because he really, like, his face, like, really, okay, it is that guy, okay.
Ubisoft was once a company that was a trendsetter, leading the industry across several genres.
Yes, Nacho.
Tactical shooters, stealth titles, open world games, and pushing the industry forward while publishing many other great projects. But with the success of games like Assassin's Creed and Far Cry, they've become extremely stagnant, and every one of their other major franchises have slowly become this homogenized blob of bloated open world checklist simulators.
I don't know, maybe it's because I'm not like a completionist person, but this always has overwhelmed me. Whenever there's just so much, like, complete this, it overwhelms me a little bit. That's why I really liked sort of games like Dark Souls and Elden Ring and stuff like that, because it's sort of just like make your own adventure and you don't have to like follow a checklist. I have seen a lot of people that like have been streaming Elden Ring and stuff like that have like a literal guide of where all the graces are and all the special weapons are, and in their first playthrough they are literally just looking up every single collectible in the game as they're playing. Maybe that's just how some people play games nowadays though.
Checklist simulators, forever canceling any and all projects that might be interesting and break that mold, or like sleep on some of their best IPs, or hold others hostage in development hell because they can't figure out a way to make it print them money yet. And it's sad to see a company that once published a wide array of competent games, being a trendsetter, simply resort to creating the same game over and over. And
just appealing to the people that like really love the old franchises, that will play the game and buy the game no matter what, even if it's bad, right? Modern AAA studios work by meeting quotas, and everything is down to a formula instead of just letting the creative juices flow. And I think that's the biggest thing, that's why some of those like big new games that are amazing is made by like smaller developers and smaller like development teams, is because they have a genuine like passion for it, and they just love making games, and they want to make great games that they have that they love. That's really it, right?
Begin to chase trends. Sometimes it works out for them financially, in the case of Assassin's Creed adopting the Witcher 3 formula, even if it is a bastardized half-hearted attempt. And other times it doesn't work out for them, in the case of Hyperscape. This isn't the only flop due to trend chasing from Ubisoft, but it might be the largest. In 2020, the Battle Royale genre had largely established the big players. Fortnite, Apex, and Warzone. So when Ubisoft came late to the party with Hyperscape near the end of...
I have never even heard of Hyperscape. Like, I just realized this now. So this is a Ubisoft game. I actually never even heard of that. So they just tried to make like a Battle Royale because that's what the trend is right now. So we gotta jump in on it too. What the hell? Yeah, PUBG is like, the big juicer one for that stuff. That is true, Elenius, yeah.
It might have been inevitable
PUBG was
to
insane.
end so poorly. But it wasn't just because it was late to the party. There were plenty of other
Hyperscape was viral for 1 week on Twitch, paid everybody to play it. Well, that's not really viral then. If everybody is just paid to play it, it's like you can clearly see that like they're trying to push their game to become the next big thing, right? But if it's not genuinely a good game, then yeah, people might take the sponsor because it's a cool sponsor, make some money, but if it's not a genuine good game, they won't continue to play it, right?
Factors preventing its success.
So they take the back.
So no matter how much money Ubisoft paid streamers to promote the game, it just didn't stand a chance.
Because it needs to be a good
game.
There's
a reason I bring all of this up. Not just Ubisoft, but almost all AAA studios were once the trendsetters. There's a few years in particular where we saw the release of so many groundbreaking and genre-defining games. 1998 is probably the best example with games like Half-Life, StarCraft, Metal Gear, Ocarina of Time, Pokemon Red and Blue, and many, many more.
Wait, did Baldur's Gate first come out in 98? Damn! I played Gran Turismo, I played Banjo-Kazooie, I have not played Grim Fandango, I played the re-release of Resident Evil.
Or even 2007 with BioShock.
This game I played,
Creed, Uncharted, Mass Effect, TF2, COD 4, so many others. The idea of the AAA space delivering that many trend-setting games in a single year now seems unimaginable. because none of the largest studios or publishers are looking to lead or innovate anymore. And I think the last real time we saw any innovation was maybe 2013.
One day, guys, I want to do another playthrough of Dark Souls 1 one day. I don't know when I'll do it, but at some point, surely.
Or 2011.
Really like this game a lot.
There haven't been a few solid titles since then, but not many trend-setting ones. These days, innovation
Soul Level 1
is
run? Maybe
primarily coming from the indie scene.
Could be
Some
fun.
might say that Fortnite set the Battle Royale trend. It was actually indie developers that set that trend with mods for games like Arma 3, games like H1Z1 King of the Hill, The Culling, then PUBG, and finally taken over.
A lot of those games, though, that are really popular nowadays, or like genres, sparked from like mods within other games. Same thing with League of Legends and Dota. Like Dota was originally like a Warcraft 3 like mod, like an actual like custom map that turned into like an actual game, and then it became Dota, and then, you know, bing bong bang.
By Epic Games with Fortnite.
Also Counter-Strike? Was Counter-Strike the same way with that? I actually don't know about Counter-Strike. I mean, I played Counter-Strike a lot, but I don't know if it worked like that. Then Riot Younged it. Oh, was it a Half-Life? Oh my god, that's so interesting. So Counter-Strike was originally like a Half-Life mod that then turned into like one of the biggest games ever. That's so cool.
And then Apex and Warzone, you know, we know the rest of the story from there. Extraction shooters are looking like the new Battle Royale. Various indie teams have taken a crack at it. A few slightly larger teams have developed games like Hunt Showdown and Escape from Tarkov. And now Bungie, fully backed by Sony, are jumping on the extraction shooter train.
Oh, yeah, this is not, I don't think this game is out yet, but I heard about this.
Hoping to flesh out an established genre and pump some AAA level polish onto the project. And while I'm not too keen on the idea of the game myself, I don't doubt it will make a pretty big splash in the gaming scene. Because as much as it pains me to say, Bungie are some of the biggest trendsetters for the corporations, not so much the gamers. With the Destiny franchise, Bungie single-handedly set in motion towards a trend for live service, and loot systems taking over every single game, and charging premium price for the product, then
oh my god, yeah, okay.
Stuffing it with microtransactions on top
We
of it.
love to see it.
The big corpos have been following Bungie's lead ever since 2014, trying to make their own Destiny, which have flopped time.
I never played Destiny myself. I know a lot of people always talk about it and everything like that, but I never played Destiny either. Muscular Honey, maybe there's just like a lot of games I haven't played, but...
In time again. And it's why Sony purchased Bungie, because Bungie have set a precedent in the industry. Not to create innovative games, or even good ones, as our good friend Justin Truman always reminds us, but to create innovative ways of printing money. And now this all comes full circle.
BattleBit!
Back to BattleBit. Because while the AAA industry chases live service trends, over-bloated with ridiculously high dev counts, putting out mediocre products hell-bent
wait, it's Homeland,
on destroying the industry with monetization, ironically, BattleBit shows that a lot of indie devs are now taking inspiration from AAA developers
good though. Thank you.
The past, and iterating on their visions and seeing a lot of success. It's kind of crazy to see how the inspiration has essentially flipped from AAAs iterating on indies to now indies iterating on AAA of the past.
Yeah, bring the power back to the smaller creators.
Kind of moment. I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Indies are carrying gaming right now for me. I've been playing so much BattleBit and plenty of other games like Tunic, which is also a great example of a game that borrows from AAA gaming of the past and puts its own twist and spin on that classic Legend of Zelda style. But I really do recommend checking out at least one of
Vampires, dude, this game was so good,
these games on screen right now, because they might surprise you. But let me know if you agree that AAA developers are out of touch with what you guys want. Of course, AAA will always have an audience of some kind, but I'm assuming if you've made it this far into the video, you might care a little bit more about genuinely good games.
I feel like a lot of the AAA, like, you know, franchises and games and stuff like that, they have like a cult following that really liked and enjoyed the first iteration of the games. They will just keep purchasing the newer versions regardless of how good or bad they are, right? Just because they love the initial game so much.
Have a soul, rather
Which is
than
a
games
shame.
Designed around focus group testing and statistics.
FIFA?
Hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more. and I'll see you all in the next one.
That's me with WoW. I mean, to a certain degree, yeah. It actually is the same with WoW a little bit, because like, you know, you love the initial WoW like so much, and let the new expansion come out, you kind of know you're not gonna enjoy it very much, but you buy it anyway in the glimpse little hope and maybe it's gonna do well and like be like the new big expansion, you know. And yeah, a lot of the times you get disappointed, but at the very least, got a cool mouse pad, you know, so that's nice. Very good video though, very interesting topic, and there's definitely a lot of truth to what he's saying here about this, guys. I'll toss the video a like there, link it here as well, guys, if you want to check it out, support the channel too, and yeah, very good video.